With psychosis, it is possible to live a good and fulfilling life. I am proof. It was difficult and still has its challenges. However, with dedication, will, and medication, I have minimized these challenges. What has made all the difference is the support I have received from my parents and from PEP. My parents helped with looking over and understanding documents, visiting myself daily, providing a home with meals, comfort, and dependability. My parents helped me by being a dependable resource whenever I need them. They are there for me. I am thankful for all the resources and references from my parents and PEP. It took dedication, commitment, opening up to people and the situation around me. It took patience. PEP has helped me with providing myself comfort and positive attitude, saying we have done well, keeping a comfortable environment, and provide an area of potential friends and others whom have experienced similar experiences with me, a group where we all have psychosis. Being an honest man and true to my core values, I did not want to go against my core values. I had a heart complication which scared me, and I had developed multiple ulcers. I was stressed from not working. My work was not presenting myself with opportunities. I need to stay hired. The business agent's job is to find work for us, and he did not find work for me. Not being able to pay my bills, limited working on my apprenticeship, going through my savings, and only working 324 hours a year, I was not able to collect my unemployment insurance to work. I had my tools stolen, that I started having conversations with myself and behaviors, acting in weird ways, inappropriate ideas, gestures, and actions. All these stresses together and more caused my psychosis to surface. I was having visuals and hearing voices of others. I was lonely, feeling despair, which I held with a heavy heart. Psychosis is interesting because what it is at first, you are unsure of the voices are imagination or of voices of psychosis. My mom told me the ones that are telling you the things in the perspective are psychosis voices, which I have. I had heard voices and others disguised as others coming from conversations we had had in the past. My mind was in overdrive and needed rest. I was in a headspace, staying sharp. You do not know what is around the corner kind of attitude. I was keeping my mind set, test ready for academics to be tested, keeping a hold of the truth and theories in life. Perhaps psychosis is something that is inside of you and has hallucinations and lots of stresses, causes of psychosis to surface, as well as cannabis makes it surface. And I was smoking cannabis and eating mushrooms. Psychosis appears as hallucinogens and voices. You may see visuals that others do not see or hear things others do not hear. I would not wish psychosis on anyone. The good news is there's a percentage of people who have psychosis and have been working with doctors to better understand psychosis, making psychosis more documented. Catching the Thief is literature where the main character is diagnosed with schizophrenia and spends his life trying to help himself from the schizophrenia. He finds laughing at his voices the best way to deal with them. What also confused me was the memories blended into new visuals as I experienced. I went back to my childhood and was stimulated as a child. I started rocking again, which I had not done for years. I started liking the things I liked as a child. I started watching Spider-Man, looking at floor patterns, coloring, making comic books, and watching movies and music I liked as a child. Things that triggered me, my psychosis, were injustices and betrayals, whether it was having my tools stolen or not being able to get work over someone saying I did not just get it, that I was not keeping up, while I was running around with my belt and pushing myself further than most. I was saving all my love for one woman, and my idea was to shower this woman with all of my love. However, it was bothering me because I was lonely, which was hard on my mental stress, and did not express love to others because this woman was a part of my past and I was informed from law not to contact her. Trying to stay right by the book while people all around me were not. I'm seeing their successes and myself not was disheartening. Felt like people were around me and seeing their successes was not like seeing mine. I was comparing myself to others, which was hard on my self-esteem. It felt like people were caring about me while I was respecting their rights and their best interests. They were witnessing these wrongdoings and did not bring anything up. Somebody else got the credit. It was disheartening because a lot of stress in my life and promoted psychosis to surface. Perhaps this was a way for myself to mine was trying to protect me. I would have continued down that road, I'd be dead. Perhaps my extreme measures was myself trying to communicate with people who do not think we're listening. Today I hold myself against those whom were troubling me. I have forgiven them all. However, I am still protecting myself of them because I still hear them. Reevaluating old friendships and connections was helpful to my recovery. It is interesting because my mom and my relationship got better. I think having troubles getting work, having other stressors, not having problems properly dealt with was the problem, and doing so much probably dealt with my problems was another stressor. Bottling up my problems till the problems bursted the bottle. I think that this may have been building up inside of me since I used to smoke cannabis in a lonely basement. This was the escape. My parents were not sustainable. My problems were not sustainable. My parents were sustainable. Keeping things to myself, not properly dealing with my problems. As of today, I spend a lot of time collectively thinking and analyzing the world around me. I sleep for 12 to 14 hours a day and rest my brain. I go to PEP 4 times a week. I spend a lot of time rocking in a chair and listening to music, looking for inspiration, reliving past times, and creating new memories. I look forward to building a relationship with my mom and dad and decide my plans on employment or school.